we've had a topic on our platform for a while. We going in 3 years, and do black women know how to date? And in that topic, it came up. How long does it take for you to know if you're going to marry a woman? And being as though you're married, we want to get because we had a whole live discussion about this, and some people like this one girl. She was so passionate. She said, "I know my friends. They've gotten married after 6 months." And then a guy was like, "I need 2 years to know."
What do you think is a good base area
like
time wise to know whether or not you want to marry someone?
Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna say for me, I don't put no time period or stuff like that. Energy lets you know what it is if you like genuinely try to pay attention to it. I think us doing all this stuff, like we be like contradicting ourselves a whole lot. Put labels on shit and all that shit. Put time periods on shit of when stuff is supposed to happen. It may be like that. What works for somebody else is not going to work the same way for every other individual. We live in a world where like
time is not real. But go off.
Yeah, like if I was to just, I don't know no other analogy to use, but hit you in your arm, it would feel different than if you was to hit me. And if she was to hit, like just using that analogy, metaphor, whatever, it feels different, meaning that everybody don't do the same shit the same. Me and my wife, like it was like no bullshit. It was like one of the greatest natural, genuine, like interactions that I had. Like when we met, it was like just normal. And like
you felt good when you was with her.
Every
time you was with her.
But even before it got to that, which led to that being like that, was this our introduction was just normal. Right. It wasn't based under no nut ass circumstance or like
organic. It was organic.
Yeah, it was just it was organic. It was natural. Like we met.
But
like
you as a man, how has she made you feel as a man?
No, like cool, like no stress and like at peace and like I can go ahead and put my plays and shit together and I understand and where like if I'm fucking up, like she actually leaves me room to like see where I'm fucking up to see if I'm gonna peep it first before she says some shit to me. And the fact that like I'm aware of that, I try not to abuse that. So like if
don't abuse that soft spot she got.
Yeah, like you feel me? And I never had that from nobody, like just in all types of shit. So like she keep me on point in a way that I know a man like me and what I'm trying to accomplish in life, I need to be on point. She gives me the exact structure I want from another human being that I would classify as my friend, my lover, my brother, sister, whoever they is to me in my life. She gives me
all that.
She gives me exactly like that. If whoever else is supposed to play a role of importance in your life, like they supposed to hold that title and all that shit, like they supposed to do that, she play that shit and like
her own role.
And her own role to the fullest. Like I know like if ain't nobody else, like I got her. I don't want to fuck that up. So for that, like yeah, ain't no doubt. Like
bringing
that's why I go hand with this shit.
Of peace and understanding.
It make it easy with everything I do.
Because everybody wants respite. That's the whole goal. Everybody thinks the goal is to be in love, and everybody thinks the goal is to have companionship. The real goal is to have respite from everything else.
Yeah, when you actually find like connect with a person, whatever that is, whether it's a relationship, friendship, whatever. When you take all this material shit out, forget the fact that we just was even drinking. Like I'm speaking from like the heart right now. When you take all this material shit out, cause that's what's influencing.
Right.
That's what's influencing people's decisions and brains and thoughts and shit. When you take all that shit out and you actually feel a connection with a person, that's where humanity started.
That's rare.
That's the real moxie.
Yeah, that's where everything started at.
Where
the
you
creator, the human, the earth, or however a person want to put it. I'm not a super religious person, but That's what I believe, because you feel it. That gut feeling, it just got dulled over time because of all this shit we created. Now, like you just said, pussy control the world. I'm a man, so I can relate to that to an extent because, and I'm being all the way. I don't give a fuck no man that, oh man, you drawn or that don't make no sense. No, I get it. Cleopatra
real men
went from powerful men to powerful men who like moved times and shifted times to where things that the way it was back then, it affected the way the world is now. Just do your own history. But yeah, like like real shit. We just put all these labels on stuff and
make it more difficult.
Right.
Like to go to your question with what's the time period that's supposed to go on before you know that it's marriage. Whatever that time period is between just you and that significant other. Fuck what anybody else is saying because they're not gonna understand what y'all got going on. Forget a person could, it might, no bullshit, and I'm not saying this shit would work for me, but then it might. But I got mine already, so it did work for me.
Right.
But I'm just gonna put this thing out there, I guess, so you can just follow what I'm saying. The man could be the most worst, ruthless, fucked up person in the world. Shorty could be the whoriest person in the world or whatever. But they meet each other, and whatever that connection is causes them to devote themselves to each other.
Right.
Real shit. And y'all can say, oh man, what the fuck is he talking about? Whatever. You're in love with somebody you're not supposed to be in love with. You're willing to move the world right now for somebody you shouldn't put that much energy into.
But it's not that you shouldn't put that much energy.
But not
But it's not that you shouldn't put that much energy into them. It's because as we go back to validation from our peers. Because I honestly believe, and I'm going to go deep like that, I honestly believe that we've all made soul contracts before we even reached Earth. So there is that person that you fall in love with. In all honesty, everything probably from society's point of view says that you shouldn't be with this person. Oh, she's a whore. Oh, he's ran the streets. Oh, he used to be this, or oh, he used to be that. But there is a true connection there. There is a true vibe. So when you know self, and I will go back to it.
Man, I'm gonna be
when
honest.
you know self,
you judge.
When you know self, when you are secure in who you are, then you automatically gravitate to who you supposed to be with. You don't give a fuck about their past. You don't give a fuck about what nobody think. It's a true connection, and y'all about to rock out. That's how you gonna find true happiness.
Because if you think about it, most of the people that be complaining and saying stuff is people that don't have shit going on. Once you understand that part, it don't matter.
What the families say? Hating hoes.
Ain't happy hoes, and happy hoes ain't hating.
Right. It's that simple. If you happy, you ain't thinking about nobody fucking else on
they
this
don't drink
fucking
no
planet.
water.
It's about that
they
time.
leave their coochie in the bathroom when they
so
go
we
out.
this is the ratchet part of the show.